Welcome back to Fit Talks, and I'm very excited to be here with a good friend of mine, business colleague and associate. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and admire this guy, his background, his professionalism, and his authenticity. We're here with Doug Grady. Doug, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Bill. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, man, excited that you're here. I'm excited for people to get to know you. I really am.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is just start with some basic questions, and more importantly, Doug, I just want you to know this is about you, and what I would love for you to do is to share your heart on what you are, who you are, what you're all about, and more importantly, what you're doing to make a difference in the world and make a difference for your family. So if you wouldn't mind, start off by talking a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Well, loaded question, right? I am from the South. I was born to a preacher and a nurse, and they are still with me. There's 80, 90, 91 and 85. So my parents have had a massive impact on my life. Being raised by a pastor was influential on several levels. I'm sure you've heard the story of the prodigal son. So that about sums up my youth. But teach them in the ways of the Lord, and eventually they come back. So I think I came back eventually, and my father and mother have had a huge impact on me, and they put a lot of energy into me, just growing me and teaching me, and along with my brother and sister, just principles and concepts that could help us be better young people and eventually better adults. And I think early on I got that into my skin or into my gut that life is about growing toward our potential and helping other people to do the same. And that my first microcosm of that was sports. I was the only popular kid in school that I was friends with was an athlete, and he let me kind of follow him around. He was nice to me. I was a shy, introverted, geeky, nerdy, weird kid, and I followed him into wrestling. I saw a man that I admired, or a young man. I think we were 13 at the time. Mm-hmm. I saw a peer that I admired, and so I sort of followed his path of becoming an athlete. That was the first thing that gave me any kind of confidence, any kind of leadership role, any type of responsibility for others. And that, I think that has shaped most of my professional and personal life. Being a athletic-minded person and striving to go through the trainings and disciplines that support a sport, for me, are very similar to being a business-minded person and going through the disciplines and the required activities that support an effective businessman or effective husband. I got married later in life. I've been married now this will be our 10-year anniversary. And the principles that go in, for me, the principles that go into improving the quality of life in one area can be very similar in other areas as well. I know you've done a lot of work around this with the CEO of your life. These concepts are important, not just from a business standpoint, but from a life standpoint. That's what eventually led me to FinFit Life. It's about a lifestyle. It's about financial fitness. It's about physical fitness. And before I even knew of a FinFit Life, those things were part of who I am.
Yeah. And it's, for the last 5 years, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, it's almost like you blink and here's 5 years later.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of success and you've helped a lot of people. And speaking of that, let's talk a little bit about the client experience, because obviously part of your clients are the business people that you help develop and grow. But then there's the other part of the products and services in which the company FinFit Life offers. So what does that mean for the people in which it offers, and what does that mean to you in terms of helping them?
You know, for me, Bill, I take it very seriously. There's when we get into talking about people's money, it's one of the most personal things that there is for a person, for a family, for a future, for a now. People are either excited about money or stressed out about money. They're usually not, money's just okay. I mean, money is polarizing, it's personal, and it's relevant for people. And so I take it very seriously. For me, there's a reverence around talking with a potential client. We're talking with someone about their family, about their future, about their kids, about their death, about their life. I mean, it doesn't get much more personal than that. And then we integrate fitness and health, the thing that actually kills people if they don't pay attention to it. We're getting even more personal with people. So, and this is how our revenue is brought into the company. We're a lifestyle company, and this is a unique position, and that's what attracted me to the company. But ultimately, nothing happens until somebody buys something. And so I have strived to I do take it very seriously. I've strived to communicate to my team the importance of, we literally are changing people's lives or screwing it up, depending on how effective or ineffective we are.
Right.
And so I have maybe a slightly different mindset on those. I've been in business development. And what I mean by that is direct sales all of my adult life. And so for me to get into a direct sales company and not be a direct sales person is inconceivable for me. So I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to do the best I can to serve our clients the best way I can and continue to grow myself in that. And I've learned from some of the best, some other people that perhaps our audience has knows of. Cubby Bryan was my field trainer. I got him in front of as many people as I could. I learned something every single time. I was on calls with you. I was on calls with Howard Sharpman, Bruce Hirsch, Jay Gentry. I mean, people that have been in this business decades longer than me. But I would go out of my way to say, okay, can you get on this call with me? I will just shut up and listen, learn everything that I can. And now, fortunately, I've learned some things and feel pretty confident in sharing some of those things with my team and teaching them to get from maybe where I was to where I am. So for me, it's not we also help clients. We help clients. Yeah. We help clients by helping our team grow. We help clients by helping ourselves grow. We help clients by working on our own personal and professional development. My focus this year has been thinking better, thinking more strategically, thinking more intelligently on how to help clients, not just directly through me, but through our unit, through other units, and through our entire company.
Yeah, you've been a phenomenal student, and I've watched how you've grown over the last 5 years. And to say a high level of professionalism is what not only you're all about and who you become would be an understatement. There's no doubt about it. And
Thank you.
One of the things that I most appreciate about you is that the seriousness in which you take and how we do what we do, which is helping people's money get put to work so it works for them. And then how actually those our health incentives help people lose weight, lower their blood pressure, lower their hypertension, help them get off medications, literally help them move their bodies better. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. So,
this is not something you expect people from a financial company to be talking about.
That's exactly right.
I was just in Seattle, and we have a team member there that I've met through our director in Canada, Pascal. How are you? The Queen of the North.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I went to get to know them a little bit, to meet them in person. I was in an office that I'd never been in. I was welcomed with open arms. There was some excellent Filipino food, some lumpia, some other stuff. It was fantastic. And the people that were talking about FinFit Life and about either joining the company or becoming a client, these things were like, yeah, I lost 30 pounds. My A1C went from 12 to 7. You can look this up if you don't know. That is life changing. I mean, yes. 12 is you're almost dead, and 7, at least you're managing life in a healthy manner. And they're giving credit to a financial company for changing the quality of their physical and health life. And for me, Bill, you know this. My life has been about helping people grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, just toward the best person they can be, their God-given potential. I know you don't like that word potential, but we have to have something that we're moving toward. There has to be something that's possible, that's beyond what's possible this exact moment, that we can move toward. And this is my definition of God-given potential. And I think that we're here to access that and do our best to be the man that we were created to be, the woman, the person that we were created to be. And for me, I did that as a solopreneur on some level for 30 years. And I think I'm potentially doing it as well, if not better, within an organization that helps people on their money, helps people with their health, helps people with their fitness. But I would say we help people just as much with their character and with the way that they think. If someone comes into this business and wants to learn how to be a better business person, or dare I say even a better person, they will be in an environment that will support that will or they're going to leave.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I appreciate. One of the many things I appreciate about this company. I have grown. I'm in an environment where I can help others grow. I'm around leaders that are growing. I get to see I get to see the growth of our executive team and our business and of you. I mean, it's been remarkable. It's been inspiring to see not just the growth of a company. I think that's going to, at this point, that's going to be a given. For me, it's about the experience of life and seeing people go from where they are to where they can be with this vehicle called FinFit Life.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.